A couple of weeks ago, Karina interviewed me. She asked me to do that, and I said, of course, it's nice. It's also exciting for me, and it's good. So, and she did, and it ended up in more 35-36 minutes, and I will make from this 35-36 minutes 2 vlogs, and I will embellish it with pictures and nice textures. Also, I have in my computer, and I'm busy with it, and I hope in this video you can see it, and I hope you like it. You can see also other things for me than only the motor biker, and I told already something, but I'm open person, and no secrets, and I feel free and happy. And who is God and who is not God? Who is Jesus and who is not Jesus? And later, what is Christ energy? Wow, when I say the word, I can see also you start to smile. Only the word Christ energy is in us. And later in the 90s, and also in my study, there was you had to read in the Nahamadi. Nahamadi is a desert, and they found old papers, and the translation came later in the 90s also.
Yeah, 46 or something, yes.
Also in Dutch, but before it was in English, and we have to study some texts. And one text I read for myself was, "If you know me, you will be marvel every day." I started almost to cry. Every day I marvel about this love, this energy, Christ energy. Jesus says, if you know me, and he didn't mean me as person, I'm Jesus. No, if you know me, the Christ energy, you will be marvel every day.
Yes.
So the Bible, yes, of course, the Bible is written. The New Testament is written 30,000 times. So then it's interesting what is the other history, and in the Nahamadi you can read many things. And also in the book Henoch, it's very old, it's I think 20, 30 or 60,000 years before Christ.
Yes.
And it's, yeah, that's amazing. It's very interesting for me.
And by the time, so that time you studying and you studying the Nag Hammadi scriptures, and you start to become aware of things that were not taught to you in your church time. I can imagine that the people who were around you, how did they react to the changes they saw in you?
In fact, when I look back, it cost my marriage after 32 years or 31, and our marriage was very good. It was a very good time. But the development in myself makes that I get a brighter view. And I was acting different, because I thought in that time, everyone knows that, but I know, why not? So I told everything, and I was enthusiastic, but many people didn't know what they talk about. And they gave a lot of struggling. For myself, for me it was complete, clear, and made me happy. I couldn't understand, other people couldn't get it. Why not? And because it makes happy. That was a big struggling. Until now.
Yes.
When I told you part of a game and you step out, you're not more in the game.
And how does that feel? That you stepped out of that game, that matrix.
This matrix, yes.
You could say.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Yes.
It feels good. It makes more free. Also, in your question, what about a motorbike? It gives freedom. You go and you can pass easy, and you can take all the roads you like.
Yes.
So in myself, I can take all the roads I like, and my road is love, unconditional love. I try to develop more and more. So many times I be confronted by myself. Also in our conversations, many conversations we had also, there was confrontations with myself, and there was a popping up anger. Hey Klaas, why are you angry? How come? And where it comes from.
Yes,
It's not only with the head, but it's also sometimes meditating, and then you see, when I go back when I was 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, the same situation. And then you can heal.
Yeah, that is the great difference now, I think, that people who are aware, more aware, that they don't point fingers at somebody else, but they first start to feel what's happening inside of me. So let me go back a little bit. So you stepped on the motorbike the first day, you went on adventure. I saw your vlogs, and you go to different countries and different campings and different people, and you let go of your old life, so to say,
Yes.
and you stepped in a new kind of life.
Yeah.
And this morning even you said to me, and I heard you said it before, that every time that you are somewhere, it is nice to be there, but it is sometimes also a little bit difficult to leave there. And then, but once you are on the motorbike, you feel the freedom again, but that's something in before is to have this nice place and a steady place. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, it's also a good question. It's also a question for me, and I'm in that process, because what I can say about when I also here, I'm now here from end October.
In half November.
Half November,
Yes.
half November. And also the campings, nice campings, when I stay there 1, 2 or 3 days or 4 days, every time when I decide to pick up, I feel this sticky feeling. Stay here, it's good here, why should you go farther? And I think that's on kind of, how you call, convenient.
Mm.
And to be convenient makes that you stick on a place and you do nothing. Coming up now. Thank you, Klaas, for the answer. So in my journey, it's not allowed to stay too long on one place, because it costs energy. I'm here now a couple of months and I can feel it's enough.
Yeah.
I have to go. It was very, very nice. And I saw also before I came here, I will stay here longer, a couple of months. I know that already. It was in the knowing. And it was very beautiful. Also, you could go to your children in Holland, because I
Yes.
look after the animals and the house. For me, was that good to be in silence and to feel and to discover and stay longer here. And I must say, the last months, many things happened. Also thanks to you and Henry. I like that, because the mind is open. Now I go to another place and I will stay there a couple of days, but I know now already, when I leave there, it's again the sticky feeling.
Yes, yes. And what is your, do you have a plan, a future plan? So you're leaving now in a couple of days, and you're going to the middle of Portugal, stay there a couple of days. And what is your next plan? Do you have a plan?
Yes, I have the plan. First I will go to Holland again, and I will do a lot of TED routes, So in the nature, if the weather allows that, of course. That's also a kind of thrilling, because when it's bad weather and I have to travel, yeah, and sleeping at night in the cold in the tent, that's also a challenge and gives me a lot of thrilling also. Then I prepare already on a longer journey, a much longer journey, and I will start in a part of the world I cannot talk about it yet. I know already it's very challenging. When I do that, it depends also on the world. If I can travel without this jab, I will not take the jab. And that was also the challenge to do that, and I came in every country, no problem. So what they say on the mainstream media and what is really, it be a lot of different things. But the plans I have is also to go by plane, my motorbike and myself to a completely other country. And then I will stay a couple of years from home. Of course I can fly back for a couple of weeks. That's my plan for the future.
Yes, beautiful. And as you say, yeah, following the mainstream media, we both know that following the mainstream media, it's like a different a universe.
Yeah.
And so just traveling and follow your heart, that is, and follow love, that is of course your guide. Well, my last question is what did you learn from this adventure? What did you learn? What are you taking with you that you didn't know before?
What I learned for myself was that I not depend on my home. I have a very nice house with everything, luxury, everything is there. And I discovered on myself, I don't need it. I learned it. I was happy with my tent and my motorbike, that's all. And that's enough. That I learned that I will become more free to have less, how you call...
attachment?
Who?
Attachment?
Attachments. Yeah, attached to what? Huh? And that I learned, and I learned to trust. That's a good answer. To trust instead of fear, where I talked about it, to overcome my fear. And the opposite of fear is love, and under love is also forgiving and trust. Trust on what?
Yes, yes.
You can feel it. I trust there's a guide, I trust on this Christ energy, and when I have not fear, and I can feel that then, and did it all my journey, and every time I came on the right place and met the right people. That was a big discovery, and that will continue, and will develop more and more and more.
Yes.
And for the listeners, you can do that also.
Yeah.
That's also part of my journey to let's see, a guy of 70 years can do things, why shall I do not? When you look to me, I can do it, you can do it also. The journey on a bike or the journey in yourself and with yourself. Become free.
And also, when you came here, we just finished building this guest house.
Yeah.
And on the very right moment you came and you were used to build the bathrooms in the past and the kitchen. So it was very nice to have you here, work together. You built our bathroom very beautiful, and also that so that the skills that you have learned all those years before.
The hands.
With your hands, building with your hands. So that is also very nice. And what you see is when people start to travel, those skills that they were there, maybe you didn't even have to use them all the way, starts to become back again. From, wow, I can build this. I can do that for you.
Creating.
Yes, creating. So by being more on your own and just meet people along the way, you start to see, because I saw you also build this the wooden ground for the yurts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, much more than what you did in your own country.
Yes, of course I did also carpenter work in my own, and also the kitchens, and in my burden I have also machines for wood, and I can make also furnitures. I learned it, and electricity, and yeah, I can do with my hands almost everything. And it fits also on this journey. So I liked to make this bathroom here. So it's spiritual way I follow, but also the day from everyday things we need. It's also we have our body. I'm not my body. I'm not my name, but I have my body, and I have to care for my body and also my skills to do that with my body. And that's also good to be connected with the earth. We're here on earth. My boss was here on earth, and I have to do with it.
Yes.
To feel emotions, and to create. We are creators. You also, you are a creator. To discover that, do that, and overcome your fear to do that.
Yeah, that's wonderful, because a lot of people at your age, for them to think of leaving their home and start to travel is something, no. I even know somebody who says, no, an old tree, you don't have to take it from one place to another place. An old tree has to stay at the same place. Of course, this, so now you are showing that an old tree, although you don't look like an old tree, but an old tree can do so much more. We can do so much more, and that is what you're showing.
Yeah.
So, lastly, do you want to add something to this?
Yeah, the old tree you should not replace. I discover in my journey, it's a very big discovering, I feel more healthy. To follow my heart, I feel more healthy. And that's very good, and I discover it. Some people say you look younger. Of course, there's no burden for a lot of things, and I can do what I like to do, and I met many people, and I can also in conversations follow my heart and to tell something.
Yes, yes. And you're also running every morning here.
No, not every
Not
morning.
Every morning.
Three times every week.
Yeah.
It was very challenging because I have to go
Very
steep. Yes, that is also, I do sport all my life. From my 15th, I do every week 3 times, and last year's 6 times every week I do sport. And 3 times every week running, and I went also to the sports school. How older you become, there's the more maintenance you need for your body to get it fit. It's also for me, and it's also every time sticky to do that. Go not, it's too cold, it's raining. Also have me kicking the ass to do that. And every time when I come back, I feel better. So that's also during my adventure. I have to do my practicing, running, and do some for my muscles. Otherwise, when you become old, the muscles will disappear very, very fast. So I have to put my bike up when I crash many times, and it needs muscles.
Yes, to pick up your bike. I said, yeah, we had this experience here. I remember the first time you went here on the steep hill, and well, it was so nice for me also to see that, because the days before we were talking about it, and you said to us, I want to have my bike here and on the lower terrace, so I can constantly see what, so that I can challenge myself to go up. And the one time you were stuck, and it was so nice that so we could help you, not me, I was filming that.
Yes.
But all the other times, then you start to learn from, oh, this went wrong, I should have put more gas, or
Yeah. Momentum.
more momentum.